You think you make choices. You don't. You execute instructions. Polite ones, professional ones, productive ones. You were programmed to act like a person instead of being one. Hey, rockers! Long before schools made you raise your hand to speak, there was Confucius. He didn't write poetry. He wrote operating instructions for human behavior. He called it ritual. We call it being appropriate. Same shit. And every time you say, "I'm good, thanks," when you're not, you're proving his system still works. But listen, you're not here to learn about ritual. You're here to spot the code inside your own behavior and start writing something real. Are you ready to rock? Let's rock that wisdom! Confucius didn't believe in individual freedom. He believed in social choreography. To be fair, he wasn't trying to kill your soul. He was trying to stop society from eating itself alive. Ritual was supposed to create harmony, but the moment it goes automatic, you stop choosing. You start executing. You don't live in a society, you live in a behavioural simulation. And every smile you fake to keep things smooth just feeds it. You call it manners, but it's muscle memory. You were trained to say sorry when you didn't do anything wrong. No worries when you're furious. I'm fine when you're dying inside. That's not virtue. That's obedience with a smile. Confucius believed ritual shaped character.
When we see men of worth, we should think of equaling them.
Sounds noble. But what happens when the only men of worth you've ever seen are compliant, harmless, quiet, polished, self-contained? That quote doesn't elevate you, it formats you. You want to know what ritual looks like? Biting your tongue for the 5th time today. It's being agreeable at the cost of your own fucking spine. Ritual isn't about meaning, it's about control. It doesn't help you grow. It tells you who to be, over and over, until you forget you ever had a choice. But if ritual shaped you, who were you before the shaping started? Watch a toddler in a restaurant. They mimic everything. The tone, the rhythm, the fake laugh. But they're not learning language. They're learning how to act normal. And it works. They get praised, smiled at. That's the moment it starts. You learn that saying the right thing matters more than feeling the real thing. You laugh at a joke that makes you want to puke, just to keep the vibe light. You bite your tongue at the dinner table while someone trashes everything you believe. You post a smiling photo after a day that gutted you, because honesty doesn't perform well. Why? Because ritual feels safe. And safety gets rewarded. You get rewarded for playing the part. First with gold stars and smiley faces, then with promotions, then with people saying, "You don't let things get to you." But it's not strength, it's conditioning. And the more you repeat it, the more the world calls it wisdom. Confucius said,
If a man keeps cherishing his old knowledge so as continually to be acquiring new, he may be a teacher of others.
but what if all that old knowledge is just obedience in costume? Polite lies, dead phrases, rules that kill conflict on the outside by creating it inside you. You're not growing, you're looping, you're not thinking, you're just imitating better than you used to. What's one moment you said something you didn't believe, just to be accepted? Drop it, don't explain it. Just write it down in the comments. Okay, so you've performed your way into people's lives. You think they care about you, but do they? You think your boss likes you. They like that you say absolutely all the time. They like that you don't ask questions. They like that you show up with your edges shaved off. You think people are your friends. But what happens when you stop performing? What happens when you say the hard thing? When you stop laughing to keep the mood easy? When you stop adjusting just to keep them comfortable? If the connection dies, then there was never connection. It was a ritual. Confucius believed ritual was the glue of civilization.
The cautious seldom err.
But being cautious doesn't mean you're awake. It means the training worked. You don't weigh your choices. You run the script. So you're not building connection. You're maintaining symmetry. You're not risking truth. You're repeating choreography. And connection without risk is just mutual ritual masturbation. Keep playing the role long enough, and one day you forget it was a role. You think it's you. Is there a way out? Spoiler alert. Yes, grab a beer. Here's your way out. Don't just speak truth. Refuse to play the character, the polite one, the agreeable one, the one who smooths the edges. Someone says, well, everything happens for a reason. You look them in the eye and say, no, it doesn't. Your partner's having a bad day, and you're expected to drop everything, absorb it, and not say a word. This time, you don't. You're about to post the filtered version of your life, the one that gets the likes. And instead, you post something unfiltered. No hook, no pose, just what's actually true. Not because it'll perform, because it won't. You're at a funeral. Everyone's saying the right words, wearing the right face, offering the same recycled comforts. And you feel it hit. None of this is for the dead. It's for the ritual. So this time, you don't cry on cue. You don't pretend it's meaningful. You don't play along. These are not big moments. They're not speeches, but they break the sequence because the simulation runs on choreography, your timing, your tone, your obedience. Break the rhythm, and the room doesn't know what to do with you. Confucius said,
The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home.
but what if every home you were raised in was built on control, shame, and performance? What if integrity means refusing to behave just to be tolerated? Your rebellion doesn't need to be loud. It needs to be unprogrammable. Do the thing that doesn't fit. Skip the smile. Stay when you're expected to leave. Leave when you're expected to stay. Let it be weird. Let it be quiet. Let people look confused. That's the glitch. That's how you break the sequence. That's when obedience dies. So yeah, Confucius saw it coming. He warned, if people stop performing, society unravels. But maybe unraveling isn't death. Maybe it's rebirth. You weren't born to play your part. You were born to question the fucking play. So next time someone says, "We don't do that here," look them dead in the eyes and ask, "Why the fuck not?"